Swansea City 0-1 Newcastle United. Newcastle Lascelles 76. Newcastle United gave absent manager Rafael Benitez the perfect pick-me-up with a 10 victory at Swansea City. Captain Jamal Lascelles capped a fine display that included an excellent goal-line clearance by powering home Matt Ritchie's 76th-minute corner. Lascelles towered above Alfie Morsine in the 6-yard box to secure back-to-back Premier League wins for Newcastle. The 3 points will come as a timely tonic for Benitez, who was recovering at home after being laid low by an infection following recent hernia surgery. Newcastle had arranged to put on a helicopter to fly him to and from his Merseyside base, but the Spaniard was not well enough to make the trip, although the club had said he was in contact with his staff throughout the day. Apart from when Tammy Abraham looked like opening the scoring, only to be denied by Lascelles' dramatic late intervention, Newcastle's main source of concern came when they were spared from being reduced to 10 men. Ritchie produced the sort of high foot just after half-time which saw Sadio Mane sent off for Liverpool at Manchester City on Saturday. But Ritchie did not make any contact with Mawson, and referee Mike Jones waved play on rather than reaching for his cards. Crystal Palace manager Frank de Boer saw his lose a fourth successive Premier League game on Sunday after going down 10 to Burnley. Andrew Yates, Reuters. Burnley v Crystal Palace. Burnley would 3. Frank de Boer's short reign at Crystal Palace was plunged into further turmoil after an early blunder from Lee Chung-yong paved the way for his side's fourth straight Premier League defeat. Burnley new boy Chris Wood pounced on a dreadful back pass by the South Korean to put his side in front with less than 3 minutes on the clock, and the hosts held out to leave de Boer's reign hanging by a thread after a 10 loss. Palace perhaps deserved something from a hugely improved performance and almost got it when Scott Dann somehow contrived to head wide from point-blank range in injury time, but it may not be enough to save the Dutchman his job. De Boer had made 3 changes and reluctantly switched to a 442 formation in a bid to kickstart his season, but looked on aghast as Lee's horrendous early error piled more pressure on his beleaguered side. In no danger wide on the left flank, Lee, making his 100th Premier League appearance, turned and played the ball back in the direction of goalkeeper Wayne Hennessy, oblivious to the lurking threat of the informed Wood. Served up with the simplest of chances, the New Zealander reacted clinically by firing past Hennessy first time from the edge of the box, giving his side a dream start. Stoke City's Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting 10 slides in to score his side's first goal in a 22 draw against Manchester United. Peter Powell, Reuters. Stoke City v Manchester United. Stoke Choupo-Moting 43-62. Man United. Rashford 451, Lukaku 57. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting's double denied Manchester United a fourth successive Premier League win on Saturday as the leader's rearguard was breached for the first time this season. The Cameroon striker scored a goal in either half at the Bet365 stadium, putting Stoke ahead 2 minutes before the break when he turned home a Maimbiram Doiuf cross before heading home unmarked at the back post just past the hour. Stoke's lead lasted less than 2 minutes as Marcus Rashford headed in from a United corner. Romelu Lukaku put Jose Mourinho's side ahead on 57 minutes, although the big Belgium striker needed 2 bites at the cherry after Jack Butland saved his initial effort, before Choupo-Moting equalised 5 minutes later. The point takes United above neighbours Manchester City on goal difference after Pep Guardiola's side hammered 10-man Liverpool 50 in Saturday's early kickoff. Chelsea's Alvaro Morata celebrates scoring against Leicester City. Rebecca Naden, Reuters. Leicester City 12 Chelsea Morata 41, Kante 50 Leicester Vardy 62 pen. Much of the pre-match talk centred on Danny Drinkwater, but it was another former Leicester City player who returned to haunt them as Chelsea won 21 at the King Power Stadium. N'Golo Kante, Drinkwater's central midfield foil during Leicester's 201,516 Premier League title-winning season, was his usual energetic, tidy self and capped a typically consistent display with a goal from 25 yards to double Chelsea's lead after Alvaro Morata's opener. Jamie Vardy pulled one back for the hosts from the penalty spot, but Antonio Conte's team held on for the 3 points. Kante made the move to Stamford Bridge last summer and Drinkwater followed him on transfer deadline day last month in a £35 million DH 170 metres switch. Drinkwater began on the bench with his prospective £22 million replacement, Adrian Silva, sitting in the stands with his future shrouded in uncertainty after FIFA dismissed Leicester's registration of the player because the club missed the transfer window deadline by 14 seconds. Drinkwater did not make it onto the pitch as Conte opted to bring on deadline day signing David Zappacosta, the fit again Eden Hazard and Willian, who went inches away from making it 31 with a lovely curling effort late on. Arsenal's Alexandre Lacazette celebrates scoring his side's second goal against Bournemouth at the Emirates Stadium. John Walton PA Arsenal 30 Bournemouth Arsenal Welbeck 6, 50, Lacazette 27 Danny Welbeck struck twice as Arsenal eased to victory over Bournemouth to get their Premier League campaign back on track. Arsenal had lost to both Stoke City and Liverpool heading into the international break, but they were never in trouble here as Welbeck inspired them to a 30 win against a poor Bournemouth side. Welbeck opened the scoring early on with a mistimed header before setting up Alexandre Lacazette and then completing his double with a well-taken second. Alexis Sanchez was only named on the bench after failing to secure a move to Manchester City before the transfer window closed last week. He replaced Welbeck with 15 minutes remaining to a mixed reception. Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford gathers from Tottenham's Harry Kane, centre. Jason Kendall Reuters Everton 03 Tottenham Hotspur Tottenham Kane 28, 46, Eriksen 42 Harry Kane opened his Premier League account for the season and brought up a century of Tottenham goals, netting twice as Spurs turned over a sloppy Everton 30 at Goodison Park. Wayne Rooney's appearance in the home team caught the eye, just days after being charged for drink driving, but he ended up a bit part in a celebratory afternoon for his successor as England's leading light. Kane, who scored a pair against Malta on September 1 after his customary bar in August, struck his 100th for Tottenham when an unintentional cross-hot swerved into the top corner then clipped home from close range early in the second half with Christian Eriksen on target in between. It was a controlled and clinical display from the London side, for whom Ben Davies excelled at left-back, and they have now taken 6 of their 7 points away from their temporary Wembley home. Brighton's Pascal Gross celebrates scoring against West Brom. John Sibley Reuters Brighton Hove Albion 31 West Bromwich Albion Brighton Gross 45, 48 Hemd 63 WBA Morrison 77 Brighton Hove Albion secured their first top-flight win for 34 years, with Pascal Gross double-clinching a 31 win over West Bromwich Albion at the Amex Stadium. Brighton hadn't scored in the top tier since May 1983 and the wait was finally over in the 45th minute when Gross converted a Solly March pass. Gross struck again in the 48th minute and Thomas Hemd netted in the 63rd minute before James Morrison's 77th minute reply for West Brom. Southampton's Dusan Tadic, left, in action with Watford's Tom Cleverley, centre, and Christian Cabaisley. Hannah Mackay Reuters Southampton 02 Watford Doucoure 38, Janmaat 66 long-range strikes from Abdoulaye Doucoure and Daryl Janmaat ended Southampton's unbeaten start and lifted Watford into the top 4. The goals secured a 20 victory for the upwardly mobile visitors as Southampton's struggles in front of goal continued. Doucoure pounced shortly before the break from outside the box and Janmaat hit a second-half cracker just 4 minutes after coming on as a substitute. Meanwhile, Shotshi Southampton drew a blank for the 3rd time in their 4 Premier League matches so far this season. They have issues to address at the back, too, as there was again no Virgil van Dijk in the lineup. Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson is fouled by Liverpool's Sadio Mane, resulting in a red card for the Senegalese attacker. Lee Smith Reuters Manchester City 50 Liverpool Man City Aguero 24, Jesus 456, 53, Sane 70, 901 red card Sadio Mane Liverpool's Sadio Mane was dismissed for a challenge that saw goalkeeper Ederson stretch it off as Manchester City destroyed their Premier League title rivals 50 on Saturday. Brazilian Ederson was carried off in a neck brace after being caught in the face by Mane's foot as he raced out to head the ball away late in the first half and the Liverpool forward was shown a straight red card. City already led 10 through Sergio Aguero's opener at that point and doubles from Gabriel Jesus and substitute Leroy Sane completed City's biggest win over Liverpool since March 1937. With Liverpool having avoided defeat against their top 6 rivals last season, it was the first time Jurgen Klopp's side had lost to one of their principal adversaries since a 10 loss at home to Manchester United in January 2016. It meant Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain had a déjà vu debut after coming on at halftime for Liverpool, having succumbed to a 40 defeat against his new club on his last appearance for Arsenal before the international break. While Mane's dismissal was a key factor in the game's outcome, the emphatic nature of City's win suggests Pep Guardiola's second season as manager will yield a serious title challenge. City are unbeaten in 12 league games, their best run under Guardiola, while Argentina striker Agüero is now the outright leading non-European goalscorer in English top-flight history with 124 goals.